EP12 wins again.
Well, like, I can goddamn guarantee each and every one of you, that wasn't me, how much it would have been funny if it was. But, yeah, Sting, get at it! Yet another great episode of Kamen Gavv. I love the beginning of the episodes, kind of like the interactions between Hanto and Toma, with Hanto being dead set to kill pretty much each and every Granute, but it conflicts with Shoma's ideology of pretty much keeping everybody alive in exception to the bad Granutes, saying to him that yeah, like he could have probably defeated that Granute, but what would it matter, because Hanto would have died and it would add another person to his already existing list of people that he lost to the Granutes. Like, that was great. At that moment, you can clearly see the conflicting ideology that both of them have. But also, it shows that, like, Shoma is still hiding stuff from Hanto. And I love that moment when he said, yeah, like, I don't want you to die. I don't want to watch another person that I care about die by the hands of the Granute in front of my eyes. Which led them to pretty much say that, yeah, like, both of their moms died because of a Granute. How much? Again, we still haven't watched Hanto's mom's body, so I'm sorry. Like, we still don't know what the fuck happened to his mom. I am still, like, confident that maybe my theory that his mom is still alive still holds up until we see her turn into a spice. I would actually say that she is dead for good. Just saying. But it was interesting that when Hanto mentioned about his mom, Shoma had a weird brain freeze, which I don't know really how to translate it, because I don't really get what the show is trying to do with it. Because, like, is the show trying to make us believe, or at least think, that the Granute that took Hanto's mom is Shoma? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense, because most of the time the way Toku actors are actually being casted as the characters, most of the time they kind of use the actors' ages as some sort of like, okay, like this is the age of the actor, this most of the time will be the age of the character. Most of the time, like, the characters and their ages are going to be, first of all, kind of like written, and then they're kind of going with the actors. Most of the time they would go maybe a year off, maybe below or above, but it's never like too much. Hanto is like 20 something, and like Shoma is clearly a teenager, so it's like, how the fuck that works when we already seen like child Granutes, which are just like, they have the physicality and body of a child with a monster head. We can say that because Shoma is a crossbreed, like, the monster form doesn't really matter. Like, we can say that, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I hope that maybe, just maybe, it's a small thing that doesn't actually, like, come across anything, because I don't see it being the thing. I don't know, there is something weird about it. But I do love that their partnership is still being built on kind of a lie, because Hanto believed that Shoma is human. So it's like, oh, like, their partnership already started off as a lie, but now their pretty much partnership as writers is being built up as a lie. Specifically with Hanto's like dead set of like, all the Granutes are bad no matter what, and now he's going to in one point discover that Shoma is a Granute. What's gonna happen? Like, when it's gonna happen? Like, here's the thing, it's probably going to happen around like the Berserk form debut, so it's probably going to be around like episode 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 or 30. That's going to happen. I think the Berserk form should be kind of be based on like one of the dark treats, but there is some rumors about like an ice cream cone or like an ice cream bar being like the Berserk form, which yeah, makes sense. But still, like, I would be this moment of both of them kind of fighting with each other and their ideology could lead to something bigger, and I think this is just kind of like the starting point of that arc. arc. It's going to be kind of like interesting to see how they're going to return to the point of like they can trust each other and they're fine with Hanto being fine with Shoma being human and Shoma being semi-fine with Hanto's belief of all, or at least some of the Granuts are bad. Again, like this is kind of like an interesting way to kind of do it. And I did like that at least Amane came up with a plan to koi the Granut, to pretty much having her pretty much pose as like Catfish the catfish, pretty much pose as another person and just sending Shoma to, I don't know, try to kill the Granut. That was a weird plan because like the plan was pretty much is like the writers need to be there, and it's like how the fuck did she know that the writers are going to come in? Maybe they are on the day off. Like, don't you think about that, Amane? But luckily, you know, she sent both of the writers to actually come in, kill the Granut and film it. I don't know, like this is kind of messed up. Like how much the Granuts are the bad guys, they're still like people, and I think this kind of counts as a snuff film. I'm just saying, but that was really cool. Again, she came up with an idea and it worked. While the fight scene was actually like really nice because you can clearly see they start working together really well, with Hanto actually helping Shoma with pretty much dipping the chip swords into chocolate, which makes them not break. That's a neat idea, but also like they're supposed to be probably like salted chips, so like I'm not sure if like chips with chocolate would work. And also Gavv giving Hanto his new donut form, which we'll talk about later. I am not that big of a fan of, but that was really cool. And I like that like pretty much Amane is like, how the fuck you got that nice of a shot off? And it's like, oh, I just got the right angle, and we cut away and we just see the end of the fight scene again, and it's just like Hanto holding his phone. I don't know, that was just funny. And it is kind of interesting now what they're going to do with those two. While on the stomach's side, it seems that actually Lango admits that, oh yeah, Shoma's strong. Like at least he's admitting to his faults, and he wants to add more stronger part-timers, and he wants Glatto to help him with that. Specifically with also the one that, you know, they captured after he tried to steal one of the dark treats without paying. It is kind of interesting because it seems that he's going to be kind of like a prevalent Granut, specifically with his actor being pretty much announced being, I think it's supposed to be Kirame Silver. So it is going to be interesting moving forward, okay, what they're going to do with him. But also, it is interesting that Nilv was hiding the fact that Hanto has the ability to transform because Lango seen it, and he's like, oh, that makes sense now. And it's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, from everyone, like in the Stomach family, at least in the Stomach family Inc., like in the corporation itself, they're kind of open with each other, semi. Like, not fully, because all of them have their own interests in their own kind of division. Nilv is the one that's like kind of alone, and he's the one that I truly believe would be the final bad guy. I think Lango is very much now, as I now see the show more and more, is a decoy to Nilv being the final bad guy. Nilv and Kenzo are truly the bad guys here. They are pretty much working together. I even believe that Kenzo is an agent. He's an agent for Nilv, and they're going to work together. Maybe he's Nilv's right-hand man. We don't know, but that's like super interesting. Like, I'm so fucking interested in what they're going to do with Nilv and Kenzo, and how like the rest of the family is going to discover. If there's going to be a rest of the family, because yeah, like Shita and Jeep are pretty much getting kicked out, but also it seems that they're going to kind of like be back, but as part-timers. So pretty much they're going to start from the very fucking bottom, and they're very much adamant that this is Gavv's fault, and they're trying to kill him, which is nice. They're not going to redeem them. Oh boy, I was actually kind of like beginning to be upset that maybe they're going to, you know, try to redeem those two, but hey, at least they're not. That's nice, because let's not forget, they made fun of Shoma's dead mom. Don't give a shit, they're the bad guys here. But yeah, like overall, like I really love the first 12 kind of episodes of Kamen Gavv. Like the way I'm going to do it and the way that I kind of canonize it, at least in my brain, this is kind of like the first like big arc of Gavv. This is the first arc, and it done such a great ending to pretty much begin something new with Hanto and Shoma working together, but still having that secret of Shoma being a Granute to pretty much go to when the revelation is going to happen and when it's going to be revealed to Hanto. That's going to be the end of the first arc, the second arc, and then we're going to lead to the third arc with the Berserk form and Hanto kind of discovering that, oh yeah, not all of the Granutes are bad and some of them are good, like Shoma. Again, this is really interesting. It's really interesting that at first a lot of people, from what I've seen, have pretty much canonized that, oh yeah, like Sheep and Jita are going to turn good, they're going to turn face, but I'm not sure about that. I truly believe that they're going to be kind of Shoma's now first really big obstacle until like he gets the cake form, and then, you know, we're going to probably go to Orglato, Olango, and it's going to be kind of like that. Maybe there's going to be kind of like the middle portion with Hanto being kind of like the semi-rival for Gavv. But the first 12 episodes of Kamen Gavv gets an S. And episode number 12 of Kamen Gavv gets an S+. So, let's talk about that little donut suit. I am not sure if I like it. Like, I don't know. There is something about, like, there is still like the chocolate themed, like, bits of it. And I'm not sure if I like it. Like, I think it could have been like a completely new suit, because like there is a bit of like the chocolate like wrapping on him, and now you're adding it with like the donut theming, and it's like, I don't know. Also, it has too many colors now, genuinely. Like, it has kind of like the brownish for like the regular chocolate, and it has like the goldish and silver of like the detailing of the regular kind of armor with bits of black. But now it has like yellow and brown. Like, I don't know, like I am from like all of the suits in Gavv, this is kind of my least favorite, which is kind of funny that, you know, Kamen Valen is my favorite suit. This one is my least favorite. Is kind of neat. I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe, just maybe, his newest form, which got leaked, which I am kind of surprised that it's like at least like the Gavv version of it is going to be canon. Like, that looks nicer for some odd reason. I don't know. It just like kind of like the color scheme kind of works. But yeah, like it's not my favorite. What you found about the donut suit? What you found about episode number 12 overall? Comment below, let me know. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you liked it, please like the video. It would be nice for you to like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hop your subscribe button. Finally achieve its true goal of becoming a subscribed button. So press it. Don't forget, you're the one. Here's the thing. I am trying to do kind of like a 700, close to 700 kind of special video. So I posted my first ever post on Blue Sky. So yeah, give me your coldest takes on Tokusatsu. I'm not doing hot takes. Purely like lukewarm to freezing. Like that's the measurements here. Like you can't go hot. We don't go hot takes here. So do it. The link not only to the post but my Blue Sky will be down below. Follow me on that. Like big names that I really like that follow me on there. So you should too. I like you too. I like you better than them because you watch me and probably they don't. I'm not sure. They maybe do. If you do and you're one of the people that follow me on Blue Sky, comment. Say that you came from Blue Sky. Don't give a shit. So don't forget, you're the only one that can prevent forest fires. Thank you very much and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.